Hello everyone, John12 back here again with another video, and today, once again, I come back to you with an episode of John12's comic book reads. Basically, I have a humongous comic book collection ranging from the Silver Age of comics all the way to the modern age, and today, I randomly select from this collection Red Skull Incarnate. Back not too long ago, writer and artist Greg Pak and Mirko Colak basically came up with an origin story to the character of Red Skull. For those of you who have zero idea who Red Skull is, of course he's the nemesis slash definitive and possibly biggest and only real big supervillain to Captain America. And basically, they decided just to give you guys like an overall origin story. It's a pretty short series. It's a 1 to 5 issue. I'm reviewing today issue number 1, and it's an amazing story. I love the cover art particularly. The cover art that they came up with is really of that era, kind of pop art-esque, kind of before pop art was kind of pop art. But it was just really interesting how the cover arts are just really fucking awesome. Overall, it's been freaking awesome to read this type of book. The story is really cool. Obviously, it starts off with the character of Red Skull, who's known at this point, of course, Johann Schmidt. It's back in the 1920s of Munich, Germany. Of course, everybody's living in a post-World War I era type of Germany, which, of course, if you don't know your history, Germany just went through a humongous bankruptcy. It was definitely the Great Depression era. Just horrible, just craziness that was happening. And when you look at it on the demographic, Germany was possibly the biggest ones that really suffered throughout it. I mean, of course, it is their own fault due to their actions in World War I, but they really got fucked over, which probably makes sense as to why they came back in World War II, which is just a tidbit in history in and of itself. But overall, the story is amazing. The artwork is definitely great. I love how Johann Schmidt is definitely viewed, Red Skull, just for the terms, is viewed more as a sympathetic character than a supervillain at this point, because of course this is the point in time where we get a feeling as to who he is, where he comes from, what eras he in, and it's really like the rise of the Nazi Party, simultaneously him trying to deal with his own demons, being a orphan, living in an all-boys school, and having this really crazy father figure who's definitely a tormentor of his. It's definitely a really interesting story. It's really fucking awesome. I personally love it. I definitely recommend it, and I love the artwork. The artwork direction was great, and I love the ending sequences. It's definitely a boy-dog story, issue number 1. You know, of course, Red Skull, he develops like this really only relationship with a dog, and this dog eventually goes through a horrible act of violence, which of course leads to Red Skull seeing only red, and of course acting on those violent tendencies, and of course murdering and just massacring just a whole fucking pack of dogs, which is really awesome. But overall, the story's amazing, the artwork's amazing. I love the whole depiction of Red Skull as a sympathetic character, because if you do watch my videos, I do have Red Skull on my top 5 Marvel villains, so he is one of my favorites. And I definitely recommend this comic book issue. Essentially, if I had to pick out some points that I really liked in the story, I have to give credit to the boy-dog story. I also really liked the ending sequence with Schmidt basically massacring the dogs, and I also like the last splash panel, which is of course Red Skull leaving, and of course you see just nothing but massacred dogs, and of course their blood morphing into one red skull, which is pretty awesome, and really like you get like a good premonition of what he'll eventually be due to the actions led in issue number 1. So basically, that's going to be it, guys. Personally, if I had to critique it in a more, in a sense that things that I didn't really like about it, basically the artwork could have been a lot better. It's definitely in the Marvel Studios, like, I guess, way of doing comics, but at the end of the day, it's definitely good. I would have liked it to be more hardcore and darker, because of course this is post World War I. Nothing was happy and go lucky. You know, everybody was going through a lot of shit, especially Germany at that point in time. So Definitely, I would have liked it to see more of a darker tone, but you do get those dark tones in the background, which is good in and of itself. But overall, Red Skull Incarnate is really nice issue. Issue number 1 is really great. There's 5 issues in all, but if you guys are interested in checking out this series, of course, go to your local comic book store. I'm pretty sure they have it somewhere, and if you can't find it equally, you can go online and get the collected issue, the trade paperback version of Captain America. All you have to do is type in Captain America Red Skull Incarnate, and of course you'll find it somewhere online. I suggest go on Amazon and check it on Amazon, because I know they have it for cheap, which is pretty awesome. I do recommend it, because I say this all the time in all my comic book reviews and comic book reads. Not every single comic book is a masterpiece, but they're all great reads. If you want to be more in touch with the industry, you have to be in touch with the source material. You can't just go to the movies and expect to know everything. You gotta and go on the internet and just type in Wikipedia, what's this guy's name and what's it mean? No, you have to go to the fucking comic book store and look up and read and learn something, because it's all great. Overall, Red Skull Incarnate is really awesome. I do recommend it, and that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely, I'll have some more comic book reviews for you next time, but that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed.